This video will show the different reports that are available and help you understand the data for DORA. After students have been assessed, you can log into your teacher account and go to the Assessments tab and click on DORA. You can adjust which classes you're looking at using this drop-down menu, and you can also enter in a date range. I'm just going to use this little arrow to close up that filter. Now you can see the students and all of their data. The default setting is going to sort the students by their last name, A through Z. The grade here is indicating the grade that the students were in when they were assessed. So Estelle was halfway through 10th grade when she took the test in March. The data is always going to be showing you the most recent assessment data. Now you'll be able to see the data for each of the 7 different subtests. The 3.83 score means that the student has scored end of 3rd grade or is working at an end of 3rd grade level. 1.5 would mean that the student is working mid of 1st grade. And then you might see a 0.17, so in this case down here for Bronwyn, she's working at early 8th grade skill. You can use these question marks under each of the acronyms, and it will explain what the students were being asked to do in each subtest. It also provides you with a score range. DORA generally is covering kindergarten through 12th grade material, but a couple of the subtests don't have test items that go all the way up to 12th grade. The very first subtest, high frequency words, is one of those. So the highest score a student can get is a 3.83 or a high 3rd grade level. In the case of the high frequency words subtest as well, it is a timed subtest. We want to know that a student has immediate recognition of the basic sight words, and if they take too long, more than about 5 seconds, we will count it as an error. We don't give the students feedback during the test, we just give them words of encouragement. Word recognition is the next subtest. If we click on the question mark, again you can see it's the word recognition subtest. The score range is mid-kindergarten to a high 12th grade. So if a student has complete mastery of their word recognition skills, they'll get a 12.83, just like Estelle. PH is phonics. Again, if we click on the question mark, we can see that it gives us a score range of low kindergarten to high 4th grade. So again, the highest score a student can get in this subtest is a 4.83. Also, if we use this scroll down bar, you can see a table that gives you more information about the mastery levels. So if a student scores a 2.5 in the phonics skills, then you know that they can do long vowels and all of these other skills underneath. The next instructional point that they would work on is consonant diagraphs. PA is phonemic awareness. Phonemic awareness is automatically given to K through 2nd graders. It will only be given to older students if they're working below a 2nd grade level in their basic decoding skills. So Julia Arnold here, she was in 5th grade, but you can see she's got 2nd grade and kindergarten skills. So we did test her on her phonemic awareness to give you another data point to see how she's doing. This is nothing that teachers need to anticipate, it's just something that is either given to the older student or not. SP is spelling. It's probably one of the hardest sections. It ranges from mid-kindergarten to a high 12th grade level. The students are going to hear a word, hear a sentence, then hear the word again, and then the students will have to key in the answer themselves. Vocabulary is oral vocabulary. We've pulled out the vocabulary subtest as a separate section to give a broader understanding of where the students' strengths and weaknesses are. It covers kindergarten through 12th grade, and it's presented like the Peabody test where they have 4 pictures and then they click on the answer that they think is correct or the picture that they think is correct. The final subtest is silent reading comprehension. It ranges from 1st through 12th grade. All of our passages are non-fiction. The students will read through the passage And then when they're ready, they will click on Done, and they'll move on to the questions. There are 6 questions for each passage. 3 are factual and 3 are inferential. The students cannot go back and refer to the text. Next column is profile. So we have 8 different profiles, ranging from profile A, where the students are working 1 or more grade levels below their physical grade level, to profile H, where the students are working at or above their grade level. So this column is going to help you see which profiles they fall into. You can use these up and down arrows to sort them from A to H or vice versa. You can also pull up this class profile. So if I click on Display Class Profile, it's going to show me out of this group of students which profile they fall into. So a lot of these students fall into profile H, which is great. So they're all the ones that are working at or above grade level. And there's only a couple of students that are working 1 or more grade levels below in all areas. There's quite a number of students who are in profile D. So these students have strong decoding. They need some support in vocabulary and comprehension. If we click on the letter over here under profiles, if we click on D, it's going to show me who they are. So here are all the students that we feel fall into profile D. You can see their most recent results, all of their reports. If we scroll down to the bottom of the page, you have some example lessons and some more information about this particular profile. So individual reports for the students. If we go over here under detailed reports and we click on the drop down menu for Estelle, first thing you'll see is previous assessment. So this is letting you know that Estelle has done the assessment more than once. If we click on that, we'll be able to see the results. So no matter how many times a student has taken the assessment, you'll always be able to access the data and all of their reports. You can also pull up a gain chart. So if we select the 2 different sets of results and click on Display Gains Chart, you'll be able to see how she's doing over time. So test 1 was on the 15th of May, test 2 was on the 26th of March. And you can see she's, she'd mastered her basic skills, so her high frequency words, word recognition and phonics. And then she's made some improvement in spelling, vocabulary and comprehension. Other reports that you have, if we again click on the drop down menu, you'll see there's a 1-page summary. So if we click on 1-page summary, we can look at it with or without the scores. Some schools prefer to share with parents the report without the scores. It's just going to highlight the student's strengths and weaknesses without attaching a grade level to that. So here's the 1-page summary. This is with scores, so you can see the scores on the right hand side. Left hand side is showing you a green check mark if the student is working at grade level or above. And then you'll see a priority arrow when they're working 1 or more grade levels below their physical grade level. So this student needs to continue to work on her reading comprehension. 33% of her errors were factual questions, 66% were inferential questions. We also give some examples of the errors that she made and some of the correct answers that she gave. If we scroll further down, you can see her physical grade level, and then you can see the areas that she might need to work on. Going back to the other reports, you have a parent report which is available in English and in Spanish. It's actually 18 pages long. The first 8 pages are going to be referring to the specific student. The last 9 or 10 pages are going to be just generic ideas of how you build skills in those different subtests. It will also provide parents with some activities that they can do at home with their child. The teacher report is going to give classroom teachers more information. We're going to choose the short report. Again, the full report, the last 9 pages, will be the same for every student. It's just giving you classroom ideas of how to build skills in those different subtests. The short report is going to show you specifically for this particular student. Included in this is the one-page summary, including the graph. You have a detailed profile. We break it up into the graphophonic, the letter and sounds areas, and the semantic areas, and then we give you an overview as well. Individual graphophonic recommendations, so these have been picked out for Estelle. They're classroom activities that we think she might benefit from doing. Same with the semantic. These are activities we think she might benefit from doing in the classroom. For those students who are still building their early reading skills, this section is going to help teachers understand more about what they need to work on. NT in this case means not tested. Estelle didn't need to be tested on her individual letter sounds, but younger students or struggling students, you might see a plus indicating that they got it right and a minus indicating that they were tested but made an error. NT means not tested. So I can see that she's got strong graphophonic skills. I don't really need to worry about this, but it could be a very different picture for other students. The rest of the report is going to be narrative to go along with this analysis. Other reports that you have are the standards report. If we pull up, click on standards, we can look at either Common Core or Pennsylvania, for example, the state. We can click on Common Core. We might want to expand the grade range. The default is going to be the student's physical grade level, but maybe we want to make sure that she really has mastered those skills at a lower level. Click on Display, and here they are. So this is going to show you wherever DORA has tested a student on something that is also going to be tested on in these tests. We'll tell you how they're doing. A check in the box indicates mastery, so at 4th grade level she's doing okay. If we go through to 5th grade, 6th grade, 7th grade, eighth grade, and then we get to 9th grade. So she's really working, when she gets to that 9th grade level, these are the areas that she needs to work on. She was tested, but she didn't show mastery. The next report is differentiated instruction. If your school has purchased the online LGL Edge instructional program, teachers can click on differentiated instruction. They can click on display and learn more about which program this student would benefit from using the most. So we're recommending that Estelle work on Comprehension Edge to help build her comprehension strategies skills. If you are using Edge, then you can go to the Instruction tab and just click on, for example, Comprehension Edge, and that's going to take you through to help you enroll the student and have them work on the lessons. The Reports tab is going to help you run some reports for a class of students. The reports that you find on the DORA page generally are going to be individual student reports. This section is going to be more group reports. You have a response to intervention diagnostic placement report. We have various different ones for reading. We have a K1, 1st through 5th, 6th through 8th, and 9th grade. We also have a DORA reading level score estimated equivalencies, which will help you see where the students might be needing to work or where they would be placed as far as Lexile, Fontes and Pinnell and reading recovery programs. We also have a DORA decoding error analysis report. This is great for K2, K3 students who are still building those early reading skills. It's going to give you a lot more information about their phonics and phonemic awareness skills. DORA comprehension subtest analysis is going to provide more information on the comprehension section, including how long the students spent reading the passage, what their average length of time they took to answer the questions, and the different levels of passages that they read. The DORA summary reports will let you print off 1-page summaries for a whole class. And the raw scores is just raw data for all of those assessment subtests. Under usage, the assessment completion report is going to provide you with a list of students who have completed the assessment and the date, those students who are in progress, and also which students have an assessment in their queue but who have not yet started. Assessment total time is going to help you understand more about how long did the students spend taking the test, how many questions they were given, their average response time, and more. Thank you.